Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat. We're just alternating brothers here.
Yeah, me and Dee.
Then it was me and Anand, and now it's back to me and Dee. Yeah. So we need to do a poll. We didn't do a poll yet, did we?
I think we did do a poll.
I think we should do a poll of the favorite Murthy episode.
Well, fuck you if you don't vote for me.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I think the main thing we got to talk about is you're fresh back into town.
Yeah.
From a glamorous, luxurious, high fashion week.
Big high fashion vibes.
Yeah. So you're back from New York Fashion Week. You got a really great, it sounds like a good recap.
Yeah.
Sounds real fancy.
Was fancy.
So we're going to learn about the luxury life. And then we have some news to talk about. And, hopefully no one's sick of it. But we're going to talk about NFTs again.
Yeah.
And here's the good news. It's not the same tone or the same trend, rather, that we've been talking about.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. NFT. Yeah, we got some good stuff today. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
What are the chances you're infected?
There was some risky business this last couple days.
Yeah.
Very risky business.
So you're back in town from New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And look, I pretty much just watched the whole thing from social media.
Yeah.
It just looked bananas.
It not only did it look bananas, it was bananas.
Can you give me just kind of the rundown?
I'll give you the full rundown. Okay. So I was fortunate enough to tag along with the Revolve posse.
Nice. Luxury.
And they had a monster week.
They did like a whole... I'll let you just keep going.
So I knew they were doing events out there. And obviously I wanted to... I want to support and I want to go to them. And I knew they'd be incredible.
Yeah.
First event they were doing their first ever Fashion Week. Fashion Week fashion show.
Got it.
And I was like, I've been to a bunch of fashion shows. I was like, go do your thing. I'll let you guys. I don't want to impose.
Yeah.
I'd already imposed enough with them for the entire week.
Yep.
But earlier that day, or actually the day before, we went to where the venue was, and it was Casa Cipriani. Casa Cipriani is a brand new hotel and members club, basically at the ferry where Battery Park is, that goes to Staten Island.
Okay.
This place is fucking ridiculous.
Any relation to Cipriani?
Yeah. Okay. It's the same family.
Okay. I thought it was like a pop-up for fashion.
Yeah. Okay. And it's like brand new venue. It looks like it must have just opened. I have no idea when it opened, but I guess it probably just opened.
Okay. And
they have a roof. And this roof, you get to see a Statue of Liberty, see the water.
Oh, wow.
It's ridiculous view.
Wow. Okay.
And then I think they have like a members club. And so I got to see, day before where they were doing it. And I was like, this is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they did it because they did a collection with this brand called Dyrdek.
Yeah.
And
is that a pre-existing brand?
Yeah.
That they did a partnership with?
Yeah.
Got it.
And so they rolled out a special collection on the Revolve website.
Okay.
Which was awesome. And anyways, I had a number of meetings the day of their fashion show. So I was like, cool, I'll meet up with you guys after the fashion show.
Uh-huh.
So I go meet up with them at Casa Cipriani. And they were like, Anna Wintour came.
I saw that.
In fashion, if Anna Wintour shows up...
Doesn't get bigger, right?
That's it.
Yeah. That's just the cosign too, right? Like if she's there, that means she fucks with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Vogue being present at your show is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And they were obviously very happy and excited. There was all kinds of press. The place, it was, I came after, an hour after, and it was still like a shitload of people outside. Like you could feel the energy.
Yeah.
So they have that fashion show, which obviously like such a big deal. I'm sure they got an incredible write-up in Vogue about like Revolve brings like sexy back to New York Fashion Week, something like that.
Yep.
So that was an incredible look for the Revolve crew. Then the next day, they had been working on this thing called Revolve Gallery, which I had no idea what to expect. I think they had on Thursday, they had a private event for kind of, I think their maybe top customers and influencers and
Got it.
press. I get there. I see a line of 1,000 people trying to get in this place.
That was on the private day?
That was on a private day.
Oh my
And
God.
100% well-dressed women waiting in line.
Yeah.
I am like, fuck, there's a long-ass line.
It looked like they threw their own Complex Con, is what it was like to me.
Yeah.
Which is all Revolve.
Yeah. And so I was like, man, I really hope I don't have to wait in this line. Luckily, recognize a few folks from the Revolve team.
Yeah.
Go in there. Got to check your vaccine card.
Nice. Did you do the Healthvana thing?
Yeah, Healthvana thing.
Nice.
Showed my vaccine, got my bracelet. I went upstairs, saw some friends. It was, lack of a better word, it was big dick energy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did some shit that I'd never seen before.
Just the way it was done.
Yeah, it
the
was
quality.
it was basically like a maze
Yeah.
of like Revolve's looks and their brands that they kind of probably wanted to highlight.
Yeah.
And it was a mix of like mannequins that were obviously well merchandised and dressed,
Yeah.
models standing,
Oh.
picture moments within every brand. So whatever brand for Love
like
and
a backdrop.
Lemons, LPA,
Yeah.
Love Shack Fancy, like all these brands are there. And so there's a place where if you're an influencer, a customer, whatever it is, there's a place for you to take a picture in each single one.
Wow.
I was like, damn. And the place was, it was packed. It was like everyone was so sharply dressed. They must have gotten 2 billion impressions.
Yeah.
Just like pictures, posts.
There's probably 2 billion impressions waiting in that line that you skipped.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're walking through, they're handing out champagne.
Yeah.
Moet, just here you go. Have a champagne.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. You could obviously feel the energy. It's just like people are excited to be there. It's so fun. And then I think the thing that I really enjoyed about it was just like, I don't know, fashion shows are cool, but they're pretentious.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretending. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, give me a fucking break.
It didn't feel like that?
No, it was just fun.
Yeah.
Like there was music. It was like people were talking. Ran into so many Kathys.
Really?
Yeah, just walking around the maze. Hey, we listen to group chat. We really love it.
Wow.
I'm not even in.
I'm stuck in this maze. Do you know how to get out of here? I think it's down past Love and
Ironically,
Friends.
it was quite hard to get out. I'm not gonna lie. That was
good.
quite challenging. It took me a while.
That's smart.
To get out of there. And then at the end, the last part, exit through the gift shop.
Yeah.
The documentary. Basically, you exited into a shopping experience.
Really?
Where you could actually purchase clothes,
gosh,
purchase
brilliant.
fragrances, purchase everything. Great energy. Just like they really, I don't know what they had done in previous fashion weeks. I know they hadn't had this big of a presence.
Yeah.
But it just showed that like, it felt like the next stage of their business.
Yeah.
And, I saw Kylie Jenner was there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big post by her.
Big post energy.
Big post energy.
Yeah.
Big post pic right after announcing pregnancy.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Then, they had just announced the Kendall Jenner as creative director for Forward. They did, a bunch of activations with her. I can't imagine when it's whoever has to do the post-mortem of like, we got 40,000 people to post.
Yeah.
I'm sure sales were
15
strong.
billion impressions.
40 billion impressions.
Yeah.
And, it's very hard to stand out in New York during Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Because there's unlimited amount of events.
Yeah.
There's an unlimited amount of money being thrown at these events.
Yeah.
So, congrats to Michael, Raisa, Mitch, Gil.
Gil. Don't forget
Of course, Gil.
Come on.
But yeah, just an incredible job. I was so happy for them. It was so exciting, like just to be a part of it and just get to watch.
Yeah.
And I think the thing about it is like, they're just so humble and nice people.
Yeah.
Whereas like all these other folks that have been around in fashion for so long, they would be feeling themselves
on another level. Unbearable. Yeah.
Unbearable level.
Yeah.
They're just like so nice, so generous.
Yeah.
You can only root for them. It's like one of those companies where you're just so excited to see
I agree.
their success and hopefully like, I assume it's going to work, that it's going to translate. And it almost felt like, what does high-end fashions, and I don't want this to come up the wrong way, but the high-end fashion version of Museum of Ice Cream.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Like an experience, like a...
Yeah, like I think they could have kept that thing open for a week.
That's what's crazy is what they're tearing it down now.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
So that was like my Fashion Week experience. I kind of really only hung out with them when it came to that stuff.
Yeah.
Had a number of meetings, got to meet Kathy's all over the place. I did go out one night.
Yeah.
I tried to go out a second night, didn't pan out too well. But the first night, a hot new artist, which by the way, you should check out his album, Baby Keem.
Yep. Love him.
Hot. I really didn't know much about him except that one song.
Hot album too. Album's good.
It's really, really good.
Is he Kendrick Lamar's cousin?
Yeah.
Got it.
From Carson. He's 20 years old. And went to a party that he was throwing.
It was like an album release thing, right?
I think it was.
Kind of like unofficial.
It was like a listening party.
Yeah.
And obviously our friend Anthony works with them. And so I stopped by for a little bit. I mean, the energy there was just so fun. It was just like, I don't know. I hadn't been to a party like that in a very long time.
Yeah.
And there's just, everyone's dancing, having a good time. You had Zach Bia DJing.
Yeah.
You had Kendrick Lamar in there.
Yeah.
Travis Scott. And like 100-person room.
That's fun.
Yeah. It was really fun. Good energy. No masks. But I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I feel like clubs like kind of get around like the restaurant no mask rule.
Yeah, because like the next night, I attempted to go out to a party that our close friends were throwing. Quite the melee.
You bailed.
I walk up to the venue and I'm standing outside. There's like 5,000 people outside. It felt like 5,000 people outside.
Yeah.
I know the door guy. He's like, push through. I was like, I think it seems a little dangerous.
Got it.
Person next to me decides to push all the way through. He just so happens to be Blake Griffin.
He knows how to push through.
Yes. Blake Griffin just literally like he was slam dunking on everyone.
Yeah,
just
he does that for a living.
Pushed through, got through the front. I was like, good for you, Blake Griffin.
Good for you, Blake. Some little off-season practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gentleman next to me passed out.
Passed out. On the ground.
Couldn't even fall on the ground because it was so crowded.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes, weekend at Bernie's. I put my mask on because I'm like, this is too close. I can't handle this.
Yeah.
I'm just actually trying to leave at this point.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to get out. I'm like, please, someone just push me to the ground and so I can whisk away.
Yeah.
So finally, I just like keep backing up. I walk away. Yeah. I walk home, grab a slice of pizza, have a great night.
Nice. Very New York.
Great night. The next day, I was like, a friend of mine who I was trying to meet up with, and our friend Derry, that grew up with us, he was like, I was like, yo, we should hang out. And he's like, come with me to the US Open. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't have tickets.
It was US Open at the same time?
Yes.
Wow. That's rich.
I had never been to the US Open. I've always wanted to. It always usually falls during my birthday or my brother's birthday. So we usually just like have other plans.
Got it.
So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm here. Like, I should go. So he's like, let me see if I can get you tickets. Get us tickets to the US Open. And we took the train from Penn Station to...
where is the US Open?
It's in...
out of the city,
yeah,
obviously?
It's like, I think it's in Queens.
Got it.
I think technically.
That's fine. Over the bridge.
Yeah, I don't know. I took a train. Could have been under the bridge.
Fair enough.
I have no idea where it was.
Got it.
I know it was the same exit.
City. Not in Manhattan.
No.
Okay.
And same exit as Met Stadium on the train.
Yeah.
I took Penn Station, took this train, 20 minutes, so easy, got out, boom, stadium's right there. I'd never been to the US Open. I had no idea what to expect. Fucking unbelievable.
It seems fun.
This is like, I'd rather go to the US Open than to like a college football game.
But not NFL. Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
US Open or a medium level NFL game?
US Open. The only thing I would put it over is Super Bowl. I'd rather be
even
at the Super
playoffs.
Bowl. Yeah, because I'll tell you why US Open's great.
Okay.
It's fucking rich.
It seems rich.
It's really rich.
Yeah.
And it's nice just to be around.
It's just wealth. You just feel richer.
I mean, basically...
You must feel just richer after this weekend.
Yeah, I honestly, I felt really rich after US Open.
Yeah.
I walk into US Open, you have to show your vaccine. So that eliminates a lot of people
Yeah.
just to get in.
Yeah, that's great.
Pretty easy process of getting in. It's so grand. The Arthur Ashe Stadium is so ridiculous. Our friend hooked us up. We were in the JP Morgan hospitality suite.
Maybe stupid question. Is that stadium only for tennis?
Yes.
It doesn't convert to anything?
No.
Wow.
And there's all these other parts of it. There's a grandstand stadium. There's smaller courts. So I can imagine when on a busy day how fun it is just to walk around.
Got it.
And just see. I would love to just do that once.
That's cool, yeah.
So get there. I mean, the damn thing has a roof because I thought it was going to rain. So you can close the court so that can happen.
That's amazing.
JP Morgan Hospitality Suite. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They do a great, rich job of hosting drinks and food.
Rich job, yeah.
Walk in. Our friend's like, you should take a picture. And Derry and I were like, all right, whatever. I didn't know who we were taking a picture. There's 2 women there. Take a picture.
Yeah.
And then he goes, go get your pictures. They're very insistent on taking pictures. We took the picture. I'm like, who is this? Because it's Monica Seles, very famous tennis star. And I think Tracy Austin was another tennis star. We took a picture with them, which was so fun.
They were just in the box?
Yeah, I think JP Morgan pretty much probably paid them.
Got it.
So take picture of all these other rich people.
Yeah. That's so good.
So anyways, whatever. We go sit down, insane seats. Someone, group chat listeners saw it and posted, I was my eyes were closed.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Get to watch Leylah Fernandez, who is the Canadian star, 18, 19-year-old, 19,
Yeah.
beat, I think the number 2 seed to go to the finals. She eventually lost, but man, I'm sold on US Open.
Sold.
Hot.
I can't believe you've never been. Because, you grew up playing tennis.
Yeah, I love it. And I'd always wanted to go to the event, but for some reason, I think because of the time of the year it usually falls.
And it wasn't part of the trip itinerary. It was just Derry was like, hey, you want to go?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a lot of that this whole week. I mean, that's the beauty of when you're traveling by yourself.
Yeah.
You can be a little more serendipitous and just go do things. Once you're with a group or let's say your family,
that's true.
You're kind of locked into your schedule. And I was literally by myself. I was like, whatever, let's just go experience things. And then
was that good?
It was really fun.
But not as good. I'm sorry, this is going to be maybe a little annoying. What about Lakers versus random team?
So I would say
mid-season.
Where am I sitting?
Same place you're sitting for US Open.
I'd rather be at the US Open.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me want to go.
You know what? It's I don't know. It was just easy. I don't know. It was nice.
It was fun.
The crowd. I mean, it was funny. The guy that we were with, you know how if we went to Delilah, we'd be like, oh shit, that's Drake. Oh shit, that's whatever.
Yeah.
We'd be pointing out all the celebrities.
Yeah.
This guy that we were with, he's pointing out financial celebrities. That's Bill Ackman.
Yeah.
Bill Ackman was in the same row as us. That's so-and-so. That's so-and-so, which is so foreign to me.
That's good.
Because what do we care about financial stuff?
Yeah, that's good. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It's a different type of...
Yeah, the celebrities there are Wall Street people.
Yeah.
And you could just tell because another someone I know very, very well, and I had this weird inkling I'd see him in the JP Morgan hospitality box. Lo and behold, I'm walking out. He's right there, and I was like, "It's that crowd." It's
wait, who?
A friend of mine. That I don't want to put him on blast, but he was there, and he runs his family's business. It's multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah,
and he loves tennis, and I'm sure JP Morgan just kisses his ass.
Yeah,
and
I feel when you get that rich, there's just certain things you have to do, and US Open's one of them.
I assume the Masters are like that.
I wonder.
It feels like the rich golf.
Aren't the Masters in
Georgia?
Yeah.
Or
you gotta stand. You gotta stand around. I don't know. I just don't know if it's built for.
Oh yeah, I don't like the standing.
A lot of standing.
That's kind of.
You're gonna do pick a hole.
That's cheap.
Ugh. Standing. I think that I'd be curious. I know nothing about the crowd, but it does seem like US Open is it's just so nice. The seating, it's just a really easy.
And the food, the experience. I wanted junk food because I was fuck it, I'm in New York. I want nachos. I want all that.
Was there that there?
Oyster bar.
Yeah.
Indian food.
Caviar.
By the way, the audience is basically 90% white, 10% Indian.
That makes sense. Asian?
No, I didn't see any Asian people. I would look around and all I saw White, Indian. White, Indian.
So you fit in perfectly.
Yeah, I was the one of
you
10
just
Indians.
filled
the quota.
Yeah, the quota for the box. That's probably why Derry invited you. I bet Derry was like, hey, we're looking for one Indian.
Yeah, maybe there were scattered Asian people, but like it was just like.
That's just what I picture. I don't have any reason for that, so no one jump on me, but I just picture white people, Indian people, Asian people.
Yeah, there were some Asian people, but not what I thought. I was expecting to see a lot more. And then I asked my friend, I'm like, is this normally the crowd here? He goes, the biggest difference would be Serena. If Serena was here, it would bring a younger crowd.
Yeah. Did it feel at all like you're not welcome here with like your t-shirt on?
No, I felt very welcomed.
Okay. Yeah. Like if I walked in with this outfit on, would I get
No, you'd be fine.
Tattoos?
I mean, they're a poorly dressed crowd.
Great.
Very
so
poorly
I do
dressed.
fine.
So yeah. I mean, that's one thing. Like nobody's dressed well.
Okay,
like these finance guys, they're horrendous dressers.
I thought it might be like polo or nothing sort of thing.
Sure, they're wearing a polo and they're like attempting to have like an ounce of style, but it's pretty bad.
Got it.
Like they may need to institute a dress code there just to save face of like the crowd.
Yeah. Got it. That's so good. Okay, and then what else? Was that the cap or?
Yeah, I think that was like, I think US Open was like my last kind of thing. And then I got to eat some good food. I went, so it was really interesting. I think the dynamic is these like kind of more well-known establishments and restaurants.
Yeah.
You'd show the vaccine, passport card, whatever the hell you want to call it. But then if you, like when I went out at night to like a bar, no one checked anything.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
You know what's kind of funny to me is like on, in the media, there's all this arguing happening about the vaccine passport.
Yeah.
And it's blah, 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 whatever. Authoritarianism. But then like meanwhile, it's just happening in New York and it's just cool.
Yeah.
And like no one really cares.
Yeah.
Did you feel a little extra safe when you were in a place that you had to show your card?
Yeah. Like for example, I had a number of meetings at the Soho House.
Yeah.
They were like, you got to show your vaccine. They were very strict about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kept showing. I can't remember if any restaurant. I think only when I went out at night, like late to a bar, was like when I was like,
any food highlight?
Food highlight? I ate with our friend Michael Katz at one. I think now it's been my favorite restaurant in New York for a while. I call it Ja Ja Ja, but I know it's Ha Ha Ha.
Oh, that's the vegan
Mexican.
Yeah, that place is good.
Fuck,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I stuffed my face there.
Ja Ja Ja.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what a trip. Did you get back today?
I got back yesterday. No, today's Sunday. I got back Friday night.
Oh. And what day did you leave?
Tuesday night.
That was a lot.
Tuesday day.
You squeezed a lot into.
Yeah, it was a very active. I was carrying around a charger, just had everything on me at all times.
Yeah.
And it was great because the normal New York City traffic didn't really exist.
Yeah.
It was a lot lighter.
Yeah.
And then I cursed myself because the whole week it was like that. Hour 45 to get to the airport.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you go JFK?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Airport was a zoo. I don't know if it was for you, but
it was
zoo.
I'm not really the biggest New York fan, but the last trip I went, I loved it there.
Yeah.
It just seemed cleaner than usual. It seemed, I don't know whether like maybe after like the COVID like wasteland, they cleaned it up.
Yeah.
And now there's just still kind of less people.
Well, I will tell you from walking around, a lot of businesses are not there anymore. So that's a big part of it.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of empty spaces. Like I stayed in Soho and all these places that I would see like stores, they're all fucking gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, all the little favorite, like your favorite coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's probably not there anymore.
Yeah. But I do like how they're kind of all encroached onto the street where you can sit outside on the street. Because like in New York, like sitting inside is like you're on top of people. It's kind of too much.
But it feels very safe. Like on your walk home that night, you felt safe?
Yeah. And it's like 12:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I felt completely safe by myself. And I saw
at 12:30 p.m., you're not walking down Melrose.
Hell no. I mean, not from what I just saw. Did you see that video?
Yes.
What was that place?
I don't know. That was some restaurant on Melrose for the listener. It was a restaurant on Melrose. It's another video that's going around out here in LA now. And it was a family, it looked like. It looked like a mom, dad, and daughter eating like a nice lunch, middle of the day, kind of in like they're outdoor, but they're actually kind of half outdoor, half indoor.
Yeah, it wasn't a true outdoor.
And two guys come up with guns and rob all their shit at lunch, middle of the day. I got to see what restaurant that was.
Yeah.
It had to be just one of those
Those cafes were right on the street.
It seems really focused on Melrose.
That's why it's, that challenge we have.
I know.
Cookies to La Brea challenge.
Jason, you ready?
I'm prepared.
Okay.
I have to tell you also, there's a ton of new listeners from the podcast that discovered us on TikTok in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Or YouTube, and have really because I ended up talking to so many people.
Yeah.
Actually, my cap off was on Friday morning. I did a run, and I posted on my Instagram. Anyone want to come? So my friend Nahal, who is a partner at ENIAC Ventures, a New York City early stage venture fund, does a thing called Pitch and Run. So originally the idea was like pitch VCs while you run.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, you got to be in good
Listen,
shape.
so what I'm thinking, I can talk for like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. So he's been doing that, and I was like, oh, why don't I want to join you? And I posted on my Instagram, had a great turnout of group chat listeners that came and ran. And it's fascinating, just like what everyone does.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone from finance, technology, to music, to just like,
we have a good audience.
it's so good. And like just hearing everyone's different professions and kind of different perspectives on just life. And
I mean, I guess I can say it now because it's like kind of past the statute of limitations, but like I used to joke with you about how we would do a bunch of meetups in like the heavy MTV days.
yeah.
And it's just naturally the people that like came out weren't exactly like who you would be friends with.
Yeah.
But I think that the audience of group chat is like, it's all like very interesting.
You want to be friends with these people.
You do.
You totally do.
We're very lucky in that way. Because like even if we were doing like a more political show or we were doing whatever, like I think there's a lot of instances where your audience you wouldn't actually want to hang out with when you're like a celebrity, influencer, any of those things.
No.
Like you don't want to hang out with your...
Like I can't imagine Dave Portnoy wants to hang out with his listeners.
No, he definitely doesn't. Or freaking Ben Shapiro.
Oh my God. Imagine the Ben Shapiro meetup.
Ben Shapiro run and pitch or whatever.
Shoot and pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're really lucky in that regard.
Like if I had time, I would have sat and talked to everyone for hours.
Yeah.
It was so interesting just hearing what everyone does and their backgrounds and then all the people you get to meet and I don't know. It's really fucking cool. And I don't know. Have you joined the Discord yet?
No, I need to. I don't understand Discord still. I need to.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know. Have we even talked about it on the podcast?
Yeah,
maybe Jason, maybe you can give me a crash course.
A little tutorial of crash course. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. It is definitely way better than all the other platforms.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Discord.
Incredible. And so I think we already have like 600-700 people
About
already.
700, I think.
Yeah, already on the Discord. But just the way it's organized and like, you can talk about NFTs in one section. You can talk about, just general talk, podcast topics, whatever it is, introduce yourself. So here's the thing I wanted to add, Jason. Mm-hmm. I want to add a place on the Discord for people that are hiring. So I always get hit up with like, hey, I'm hiring a social media manager. I'm hiring this, I'm hiring that.
Yep.
And these people, this is the audience you want to hire.
Yeah.
After meeting them, so many of them, I'm like, you want to hire these people. So I think we should create jobs for hire.
Yeah, we'll do a hiring tab.
Yeah. And if you're a founder or your company is like hiring people, we should definitely promote it there.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild to me that you got recognized like at Fashion Week. You said you got recognized at US Open. Did you say that?
No.
What were you saying? Kathy's were posting you, but your eyes were closed? What were you talking about?
Yeah, that was on TV because I had good seats.
Oh shit. But either way, walking around Fashion Week and stuff like that, like that, there's just like Kathy's.
It's literally from Fashion Week to like walking down the street.
Yeah.
Literally.
A lot because of TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Shout out to all the Kathys. Make sure you join that Discord. Is there a quick way for me to tell them how to do that or just go on our Instagram?
They're on our Instagram. There's a link in our bio. You can
Okay.
just join
But
on
can
there.
you just search group chat?
The way Discord works, you need an invite link to join the group.
And then I'll get a tutorial from Jason this afternoon and hop in there because I know Discord's like the whole thing. I like all the like what everyone uses these days. Yeah. I just have never used it.
It's so good and just like I don't know. It definitely feels like the place to be.
I'm guessing that the other place to be must be like I would think it's actually probably your living room today.
Yes.
Like I'm surprised you're here.
I'm actually, as you say that, since we took a break, I'm just checking scores.
So football's back.
Football is so back.
Is it already like how you right off to excitement? What's it? Because to me, it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
So is this like we're back, we're straight into excitement?
Yeah, I think the challenge for me is like I love football. I love college football. I love professional football. It's really, really hard for me to find time to watch it.
Yeah.
Because like now Dominic, our older, likes to watch TV too. So if I have the TV on, then he gets to have the TV on. And so then he'll
that's the rule.
And then if that happens, then he'll get preference over what to watch and I'm not able to watch.
I'd be curious if any of our listeners have like a cheat code to that. Like, what do you do with your kids?
Yeah. I mean, if the only other option is like I can watch it on my iPad or my laptop, but like I want it on a big screen, loud. I don't want to scream and yell.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun if I got to watch it on my phone.
That's true.
But excited because obviously NFL season's back. Fantasy football is back.
Yeah.
I'm off to a horrendous start. My team is after being the defending champion in one of my leagues, my team is off to the worst start you could ever possibly imagine, and I'm playing on it.
How many leagues are you in?
I'm in 2.
Okay. That's manageable.
And it's like real money. Like if you win a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like it's like I want to win.
And Anand's good too, right?
Yeah, Anand's team is I don't know he has another league he does with his friends.
Yeah.
But like in this
but his picking skills are on point.
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't recall him ever winning a title.
Well, sorry.
I don't know if he has any rings.
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
So
I got rings.
Okay, you got rings. That's true. All right. Well, this is the first Sunday?
First Sunday. Thursday was the first game.
Okay.
Of course, Tom Brady somehow pulls off another victory. He's like timeless.
Did he do something magical at the end of a game?
Yes. He brought him down the field again and they kicked the field goal.
And he's 56 now?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Is he going to win another Super Bowl?
You know what I don't understand is like there's a lot of other older players and not only in just football and other sports.
Yeah.
Is he just so disciplined that nobody else in the world is like him?
Yeah.
Because because there's obviously a path now.
Yeah.
Like we just saw, he's it.
Yeah.
He is the pathway at an old man age to still be great. And it's just everyone else can't do it?
Yep. I think so. I think honestly, if you, number one, he's a quarterback, so he doesn't take much abuse. And number two, if you looked at what he does, and how his workouts are all based around biomechanics, not necessarily just strength or this versus that or whatever. I bet you there's no one even close to him in like body care.
Yeah.
I really think that's the case. I think that if he's setting a blueprint for like future athletes even to like, hopefully he like publishes, like he should put out a book or something.
I think he has the TB12 program. Like I think there's a program for it. I just don't think anyone's willing to put the work in that this guy's willing to put.
I think he's a psycho. That's like Tiger.
Yeah.
It's like any of those people that do that thing, like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I think his work ethic is different.
Yeah.
How old is he actually?
I think 43.
Wow.
I can double check.
We'll find out.
I mean, he's older than me.
Yeah, I think he's just a psycho when it comes to his like...
He's 44.
44 years old. And I mean, he's probably still one of the best players in the league at 44.
Absolutely.
I played someone who had him in fantasy and he scored like 35 points.
I mean, are they like a favorite for another Super Bowl?
I think the Chiefs are, but like they're probably 2, 3. 44 years old. I mean, he's definitely playing another season after this. He looked pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't believe that one sack doesn't end his whole career.
I don't think he's going to get sacked.
That's the big thing. Does he not get sacked very often?
Yeah, I think he throws the ball. He knows. He's also very intelligent. I mean, there's so many older players in the league that just suck. I mean, there's younger players that suck.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like there's a lot of like natural gifts that don't get fully like realized with the work.
Yeah.
You know, like I think you get a lot of like just natural, you just crushed it in college, you crushed it in high school, you just crush it, but then you like peak out as soon as it gets too real. I think
it actually is inspiring to, and I said this when they won the Super Bowl, just to older people in general. I feel like not so much in America anymore, but around the world, like in India, for example, when you're old, you're fucking just like wiped out of society.
Yeah.
Like they're like, they literally, I remember when my aunt was sick, they literally would tell her like, you had a good life. And she was like, 65.
Okay, I have a chance here.
Yeah.
Like, nah, like it's just the flu.
Yeah, just like I broke my leg, relax. Yeah. And like that's the type of mentality I think a lot of people have. Like, oh, they lived a good life.
Well, that's the mentality people have about themselves though, too.
Yeah.
Like I know older people that are like, it was good.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're 60.
Yeah. It's like 60 years old today, to me, does not feel old.
No.
And maybe because I'm a lot closer to it, so I don't want to.
Tom Brady's going to win a Super Bowl at 60. Yeah. Then what? Yeah, I do feel like that'll change. Like, I feel like the life expectancy has to get significantly longer, like over the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And I feel like that mentality, just the mentality of like, oh, you're 60, it's time to kind of hang it up and sit on your rocking chair, I think will go away.
Yeah, because like I don't imagine like my life slowing down that much at 60.
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah, like what am I going to do differently?
No, you'll literally be doing the same thing. Maybe drinking a little less.
There might be good medicine by then.
You're right. Better hangover cure.
Well, Anand's talking about the Oculus headset that you just put on and get a buzz.
Oh, he did. I think I missed that.
He made that up, but that's what he thinks the future is. You don't actually.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Nothing like the real thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about a couple news stories.
Yeah.
So this is a good thing to talk about. You just went on, I would say, top level of like the richest trips.
Yeah.
If you think about how you traveled, US Open, just invite in a box, right? Richest, top level. We just happen to have a list of some great travel ideas if you're trying to do the opposite of that and travel on a budget.
Well, I put this article in there because like I went to New York a lot when I had no money.
Yeah. And
I was fortunate enough, basically paid for 4 coffees probably the whole week.
Yeah, you should literally write a book called 4 Coffees. Yeah. And like, here's my year that I had and I paid for 4 coffees.
I used points for the trip otherwise.
You're like, I forgot my wallet at home.
Yeah. I
took an ID.
On the plane.
An ID, yeah.
You can fly without an ID, by the way.
On those flights or on regular flights?
On regular flights too.
How?
There's an area you go check into.
How do they know you're
Because I've flown with people that have not had an ID.
You need a credit card?
Actually have our former employee, I won't say his name. We one time were on 3 flights for work and he forgot his ID.
I know who you're talking about.
And I was like, oh my God.
But they just trust you?
Well, what's funny is I go, you idiot, what are you going to do? We have like 6 flights. We're going to 3 cities.
Yeah.
He just rubs his skin color and he goes, see this? No one's going to bother me. He's obviously white. So
I remember that story.
Yeah. And so whatever, he goes to the check-in because we had checked bags.
Okay.
He goes, I don't have my ID. They're like, go to this area and they'll, whatever. What do you have? You have like a credit card or something? They like circled him up. They didn't have an ID and they let him on the plane.
He had a credit card?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So then what the fuck is all this other stuff for that we all have to do?
Yeah.
You have to show this plus proof of that and let me in.
Yeah. I mean, so
that was your inspiration for this list.
Because like, I think when people think about traveling, they say, oh, I've never been to New York. I've never been to Paris. I've never been to anything. So this list starts telling you about all these incredible places that you can go inexpensively. Oklahoma City was like the top of the list.
Well, not sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
So I mean, like,
skip the trip and save for the next one and just go to New York.
Well, here's the thing: CNBC did a whole thing. They said it was Oklahoma City, Indianapolis, Tucson, Memphis, San Antonio, Houston, Fort Worth, Louisville, Orlando, Raleigh. I'm sure these are nice cities, and I'm sure there are fun things to do in these cities. Okay. But if you're a young person, you got to go to New York City.
Yeah.
And you know what? Stay in fucking Queens or stay in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Take a 45-minute train in.
Yeah.
Or stay on your friend's couch or stay at her aunt's house. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And like, don't settle to go to Oklahoma City. I just don't think that's the move.
I agree. I think the difference is probably that you're coming, and I would too, from a lens of like, if you're trying to make it happen, like these are where things happen. This is where the action is.
It's still fun.
I know, but I think if you're like a CNBC viewer and you're like, well, sweetie, Oklahoma City seems nice. And like, there's some nice restaurants and you just go visit, like, here's where the Thunder plays. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll give you an example. New York City is definitely one of the more expensive places. But like, you can stay outside the city or stay with a friend. I mean, I remember when I was going in college and after college, I would sleep on all my friends' floors.
Yeah.
wherever, and they lived in a box because they were in their first apartment.
Yeah.
I didn't even have like a mattress half the time.
Yeah.
I would just put some sheets and sleep, and I'd be like, fuck it, I'm in the city.
But it was better than Oklahoma City
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to Oklahoma City, so I don't want to, but I'm assuming
your instincts are right.
Okay.
Sorry to any of our listeners. This is not the vacation destination. Maybe we should also add like a couch surfing section on our Discord.
Yeah, like who can? Oh, Kathy's meet.
We're Kathy's sleep.
Kathy's
like, hey, I'm looking for a couch. I don't know if we have some liability if something goes wrong there, so maybe not. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I remember the first time I went to like Winter Music Conference in Miami. It was like 6 of us in a hotel room.
Yeah.
It was just like, whatever, who cares? We were here.
Yeah.
And I think there's obviously, you can go to the affordable destination and you can have a great time, maybe have a nicer accommodations.
Yeah.
But like what you experience just walking around New York City or LA or Miami or any of these cities.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to not try it.
I agree. Okay, good. So this is one of those lists where we're kind of saying, fuck this list.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck this list.
In the continuing, I'm now more confused than I've ever been.
Yeah.
And anytime I see the word NFT on our things to talk about, I know I'm going to be dumbfounded. So I look through the list. I see we're talking about NFTs today. And I'm like, oh, got it. Let me read up on it. I'm sure like OpenSea, record numbers, triple what was projected. NFTs are blah, blah, blah. No, instead, OpenSea's NFT volume is now down by 50%.
Yep.
For what? This is for the beginning of September?
Yep.
After August was like monstrous. And we even reported last week, September was already trending to be, like the first 2 days of September were trending to blow August out of the water.
Yeah.
And now volume's down, cut in half?
Yeah. And I think you guys mentioned it on the last episode, which is how many people are trading on leverage.
Yeah.
And it's the same person who's trading on leverage, who also bought NFT. And you all of a sudden have like a liquidity crisis personally. You sell, and then you have to sell anything you can to get liquidity. And I was looking at, certain assets that I've been following, like for example, Bored Ape Yacht Club, which I've kind of been like obsessed at just looking at the price of.
Yeah.
And the floor, which is considered the lowest kind of price, has dropped considerably. Like in the last 3 hours, a Bored Ape yacht sold for 30 ETH, and ETH has gone down to, at this moment, it's like 3,300.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days ago, the floor was 60 ETH. 5 days ago.
That's not good.
So right now, literally there's stuff selling in the 30s. And if you just go back a week, it was selling in the 50s and 60s. My NFT that I bought for $500 is down probably 75%.
Any offers?
I don't have any offers for it. Okay. It's basically useless.
Yeah.
It's a crashing asset. And if you start looking, so if you go on OpenSea, you could see trade volume, floor, and you could see price history. They give you a lot of really cool data.
Yeah.
And it'll show you the price. So last 7 days, Bored Ape is down 48%. Last 7 days, CryptoPunk is down 53%.
No.
The counter will be, these are also off the most all-time highs. They're still way ahead of where they were, call it 60 days ago. But these are big fucking numbers. The loot thing that I was hyping up is down 83% up from 7 days.
I just don't see the difference at this point in the game. I don't see the difference between like the rush to like the shitcoin thing or like when celebrities had coins. Like it just feels to me like there was this crazy pandemonium for a couple months.
And I think I saw a tweet and I retweeted it that I thought was so accurate of what probably happened. A combination of liquidity issues for people that were trading on leverage. There was a guy, he's like he mocks everybody.
Yeah.
I think his name's like Nikita or something. He goes, I bought an NFT off myself that I listed for 30 for 100 grand.
Yeah.
And this idiot just bought it, offered me like 70 and took it. So
is it a real story?
Yeah. I don't know if it's real, but he tweeted that. And he goes, I love NFTs. But that's what's happening.
That's definitely what's happening.
We can play that game amongst ourselves and show that this particular asset is just gone through the roof. And then some sucker's going to come and offer us more than what we paid for it.
Because even you're talking about doing it amongst ourselves, but isn't it even easier than that? Can't you just make another wallet?
Yes.
And just buy it from yourself?
Yeah, that's
with
what
another
this guy did.
like username?
Yeah.
That's so fucking wild.
Yeah. And so a lot of kind of value was taken out of that market. And the
So
volume
NFTs are
is
dead.
the scariest to me. I actually don't mind the price fluctuation. I want to see the volume go back up.
Yeah.
If I'm an NFT fan, like if the volume goes down another 50% in 2 weeks, that's fucking scary because you need the volume to get the action back.
But I don't know for a fact, but I really think that's what happened to Top Shot.
Yeah.
I really think it just like the action was gone.
So I talked to, I had lunch with a friend of mine who listens to the podcast, and we were talking about everything. And his point was, he has like a small account in Coinbase. He was showing me all of his how like he had put $10,000 in March in his Coinbase account, and I think he has $9,500.
Mm-hmm.
So he lost $500.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he showed me he had like 4 different coins. 2 of them were up through the roof,
yeah,
and 2 of them were down through the roof. So his point was, I don't think any new money has come in. I think it's just money going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Like it started in January with the GameStop AMC crowd. Then they moved into crypto and shit coins. Then they moved into NFTs.
Yeah.
And now they're moving on to something else.
I agree, man. I just think the scariest thing to me, so I agree with you 100% on the volume and all that stuff. I also think the fact that even CryptoPunks, like from what I understand, CryptoPunk was one of the actual like legit.
To me, that's still a blue chip. Like,
yeah, but my point is the fact that is down so much. Like if all the ancillary bullshit ones were down, I'd be like, well, see, this is just sorting itself out.
Yeah.
But the fact that CryptoPunks is down that much is scary to me because CryptoPunks actually felt to me like it made sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool thing. It's a cool brand. If you owned a CryptoPunk early, I could see those being worth a lot 10 years from now. And you were a part of the initial CryptoPunk thing. But for this early, for it to be down that much, it just feels crazy.
But I think that's just that market. Like, I don't know.
We'll see we need like
years of data.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think a few more months will tell you a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that like the underlying currencies basically are off their highs still.
Yeah.
That until those kind of come back and take off, we'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to open see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's up with this Facebook thing? So like, I feel like a lot of these like massive companies are like, they have these new initiatives, these, whether it's social justice or it's equality type things or, just trying to do right, I guess, in the world.
Yeah.
Facebook, has had a bad rap, especially for privacy and stuff like that. But what is this thing that they're doing where they're covering people's unpaid invoices?
Yeah, they're launching a program called Facebook Invoice Fast Track Program.
Okay.
Puts money in the hands of small businesses and women-owned and minorities. And they want to help 30,000 small businesses. It's $100 million. All you have to do, you have to submit an invoice, a minimum of $1,000, and if accepted, Facebook will buy the invoice and pay them within a matter of days. And they'll charge you like 1%. This
is like my outstanding Facebook ad invoice?
I don't know if it'll be for an ad, but let's say you're a widget maker and you owe, a part manufacturer. That person, you can upload that invoice you owe that person.
Oh, so it's for anything. It doesn't have to be an invoice I owe to Facebook.
No.
So I could be like, yo, I've been trying to build dog houses, but I owe the lumber guy.
Yes.
And Facebook got me covered.
Yeah. And so I think like receive payment immediately instead of waiting 30, 60, 90, or 120 days.
What do you think about that? Like what, so if you're Facebook, you can.
Oh, so basically, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. It's for people that owe you money, and they'll collect.
Oh, so they'll pay you what you're owed.
Yeah, they'll advance you the money.
But then how do they get the money?
They'll go collect it. It's like a factor.
But they're gonna now have a part of their business that's to track down money from people who aren't paying their invoices?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is like people need cash flow. I think it's a PR thing. What's $100 million?
Okay, let me ask you this. What authority does Facebook have? Like, it seems easily scammable. D, you owe me 30 grand.
Yeah. Upload that invoice.
I wish you'd pay. Send me the invoice. Facebook will cover it.
Well, they're going to come after you for the money. That's what a factor does. So if you, for example, in apparel, if you have a factor, the way it works is if your customer, so let's say your customer is a retailer, has good credit. So let's say it's TJ Maxx.
Yep.
We ship our goods to TJ Maxx. We take our invoice. We submit it to the factor. Mm-hmm. The factor then pays me call it 85% of that money immediately. Mm-hmm. And then upon the receipt of the money from TJ Maxx, they'll pay me the remaining 15% and they'll charge me whatever, 1-2%, whatever it is.
And then what happens if TJ Maxx never pays?
They'll go after TJ Maxx.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying is now Facebook has this new business of they're going to have to be chasing down. This is what it seems. I'm not hating on it because it's probably great and it's cool that they're even trying anything. It just seems obscure for anything that they could do anything they want.
Yeah.
And this seems like a weird off the wall idea.
I think it's good PR, but I also think there's an angle here. I think they're trying to figure out how do they play in the fintech space?
Or is it, do you think maybe how Shopify does lending?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how that business?
Maybe. It's a good business. If it's credit-worthy customers, it's a good business.
Just imagine someone at Facebook now, there's a new department tracking down these fucking invoices. It says more than $1,000.
Yeah.
Imagine the types of things that people have outstanding invoices for $5,000. You're tracking down
some weird people.
Bob and Jimmy's fucking pool repair. But
in a traditional factor, they have to be credit-worthy to do it. So I don't know if they're just saying, fuck it, Bob and Jimmy or TJ Maxx, everyone gets paid.
Well, that's the problem. If you're saying we're going for small businesses owned by women and minorities, and they have to have good credit, or the people that owe you, I don't know. It seems like you gotta.
Yeah, I don't know about the credit issue. That's how normal factors work. The other thing, I don't know if you saw Facebook. Facebook announced. I got served a weird ad from Ray-Ban, and it's Ray-Ban glasses that have a camera.
Like the old Snapchat ones?
Yeah.
And what's it do?
I don't know all the functionality because it kind of threw me off because I saw Mark Zuckerberg in the ad. And I was like, so I thought it was a joke. I literally just swiped, kept going. And then I read an article, Mark Zuckerberg featured in new Ray-Ban glasses. So Facebook and Ray-Ban partnered on releasing, it must be an AR, VR experience.
It's Facebook stories. So it's designed to go onto your Instagram and Facebook stories. It has a Facebook assistant built in. You just tap it. It's like a tiny little camera. You can barely even see it.
Yeah.
And then it just uploads directly to your stories, or you can save them to your phone if you want.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just for recording. It's like little spy glasses almost.
That's kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, let's just say I'm at a day party because you have sunglasses on.
Some wild shit's happening.
I'm fucking around doing some wild shit, but I see you pull out your phone. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
So. But if I just think you're scratching your head and you're uploading to your damn story.
So if we're going down the path of everyone's going to have cameras on their glasses, then we have to eliminate cancel culture. Completely.
I think cancel culture might just get overwhelmed and just have to tap out.
It's just like...
it's like, oh shit, this is what's really going on.
Because if people find out what's really happening when those cameras are not around, I mean, we are fucked.
Think about it. You go into Justin Bieber's private pool party, they take your phone, seal it up in the little RFID, whatever it's called.
Now I got glasses. Now you have to go to a party, you're like, no sunglasses, no cell phones, no pants.
No pants. You show up to Barack Obama's birthday party. Yeah. Freaking out everyone with your Ray-Bans. Yeah.
I mean, it may actually backfire on Ray-Bans where everyone's like, nah, man.
Yeah. Don't wear those around here.
Pool parties,
fucking Ray-Bans on.
You got Ray-Bans on?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you snitch. You little rat.
I can't hang out with anyone with Ray-Bans anymore. This shit, and because it probably has audio too.
Who knows?
Does that mic?
I think so.
It has to. God. For story, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way it's just a silent clip.
Yeah, if it's a clip, the phone, I mean, if the sunglasses are gathering clips for
no chance.
Facebook and Instagram stories with video and audio.
You can say Facebook Assistant record and it'll start recording. You don't have to tap it. You can just say it and it'll do it.
Oh my God.
No. Ray-Bans are banned. Ray-Ban.
Yeah, Ray-Band.
Oh my God.
That's a good t-shirt. We should
Anything, I'm telling you, anything
Ray-Band.
with Zucks. Yeah, that is good. Okay, last but not least. Oh, you know what? I should have brought this up during our football talk, but it looks like you might be switching the venue where you watch your, I'll say platform to be a little bit more accurate, the platform where you watch Sunday football.
So I actually I predicted this. I said this a long time ago. I was like, why doesn't Amazon just fucking buy the rights to the NFL?
I agree.
And just make it only available on Prime.
Yeah.
So today's first day of the season. I obviously want to watch all the games. I don't have DirecTV anymore because of where I live.
Yeah.
So I have Spectrum. So I'm not getting all the games. So I have to go subscribe to Sunday Ticket. I go to do it so that I can download the app and watch it, anywhere, right?
Sunday Ticket is a Spectrum thing?
No, it's a DirecTV thing. It allows you to have all the games without using DirecTV. Or being subscribed to DirecTV.
Got it.
They charge me, so there's two packages, $79 a month or $99 a month. So the $99 gives you the Red Zone channel and all these other perks, whatever. So I've wanted to subscribe to that. So I'm going to spend $400 to watch football this season.
Yeah.
Which you can argue time spent, it's probably not a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
But it's still a lot of $400.
Yeah.
Amazon doesn't fucking need to make money off of this.
What's Amazon Prime a year? $79?
$129, I think.
Oh, $129. Yeah, that's a steal.
Like, why not pay whatever $10 billion, whatever it is, who cares? It's a relevant amount of money. And own the rights to this. And so that every Prime user, and by the way, like the experience that Amazon is eventually going to have is like, it's on TV and like the commercial pops up or whatever and you can buy it right there.
Like the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Check out this barbecue set. Seattle Seahawks inspired
barbecue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're seeing a Taco Bell ad? Order it for delivery.
Yeah.
They can do that. DirecTV is not going to be able to do that. And I think if I'm Amazon or Google, I'd be acquiring the rights to everything.
Because it seems like in all of TV,
this is the most
NFL has to be one of the most reliable sources of viewing.
It's it.
Because you don't got to bet. You don't got to bet if the new season's going to work.
So here's the thing. Think about it like this. Regular television, cable, whatever you want to call it, satellite TV.
Yeah.
CBS has NFL rights.
Yeah.
NBC has Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
11, Fox has NFL. ESPN has Monday Night Football. ABC and ESPN are tied. They show Monday. Every freaking channel, the biggest channels, has some part of the NFL experience. Because it's wild. That bankable in terms of what it does for revenue and ad dollars and eyeballs. Amazon and Google should just be like, put the nail in the coffin on TV.
Yeah.
Just buy up NFL and NBA rights. It's a wrap. It's over.
It's a wrap.
All these channels can shut down.
I agree. It's over. Yeah. And it seems like the safest bet.
It's the safest bet. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, what are we waiting on? So they're talking about doing it for Sunday.
Yes, Amazon is in talks to acquire the rights. So this is the Sunday Ticket package. So this is like everyone who doesn't have television. So I think this is the first step in many steps, I think.
Yeah.
Where they'll acquire the Sunday Ticket experience, which is everyone that doesn't have DirecTV.
Yeah.
And then in 5 years, just acquire all the rights.
How long are these deals? Do you know, like the ABC NFL deal? 5
to 10 years.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm like an ABC, I'm signing. Can I have 100 years?
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Because there's no reason for ABC to exist if it wasn't for Monday Night Football and college football.
Yeah.
Like, it's not connecting.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Well, I love that. Okay, that's all we got. Do we have any shout outs?
Yeah, we have a shout out from Nicole to her husband, Caesar, a.k.a. Big C's.
Oh, Big C's.
He's a big fan of the podcast and wanted to give him a shout out for his birthday. His birthday was Friday, which we obviously took Thursday off, so we couldn't get him.
Yeah.
But he's a UPS driver and he loves to listen to the podcast on his routes.
Nice.
So happy belated birthday.
Happy B-Day, Big C's.
Yeah, Big C's. I know a couple Big C's.
You did?
Just like, I know a guy named Chris that calls himself Big C.
Big C's.
His is Big C's with a Z.
The famous rapper was Lil C's, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, shout out to the Big C's. Shout out to Open Seas. All right. That's all we got?
That's all we got.
Okay, good shit. Join our Discord. And I'll take my own advice and I'll do that also. But sounds like a lot of action in there. And shout out to all the Kathys out and about that are running up on D out in the streets. And like I said, I've been getting hit up nonstop because of the TikTok. So we're making moves. Where's Anand? Are we allowed to say?
Yeah, Anand went to Nashville to go to a Nas concert.
Wow.
Must have treated himself for his birthday. Because his birthday was 9/11.
It was. Did Anthony go there from New York?
Yeah, he must have, I assume.
Well, look at that. You guys back-to-back B-days, huh? That had to be annoying. I guess you probably won that battle because you took all the shine first as a kid.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm dealing with that now with our kids because they're 3 days apart.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that pans out later in life. Should be pretty difficult.
Sounds pretty difficult. Okay, on that note, everyone have a great start of your week, and we will see you Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.